Good morning, everybody. Again, I apologize for disappearing a little bit off the face of the earth. We have, thank God, been trying to spend as much time as possible with our daughter and her new husband, getting to know him and his family. Where they were in town this weekend, which was wonderful, and I think I'm feeling very blessed. But trying to get back in the swing of things. I know something that's on everybody's mind right now, of course, is next year, the school year, what's going to be. And I know that people are super concerned. Some schools are starting, many are not. Many are starting in a hybrid. Students are going off to college. No one knows what's going to be. There was a story I read recently that kind of I felt very moving. It was about a chassid, a very kind of righteous, pious Jewish man who was in a Soviet prison camp, and he somehow maintained a certain level of joy and this equilibrium, and everybody was so amazed, and everybody else around him was depressed and broken and just totally despondent. And they asked him, like, why is, what's your secret? So his answer was really telling and insightful. He said, there are a lot of people here that before the war, they were maybe a prominent banker, or maybe they were a doctor, or they identified themselves in some way, perhaps with their profession, most likely with, what they did for a living. And now they're in a prison camp, and they're no different. They're just a number, and they're no different than anybody else. They've lost their profession. They're no longer that doctor. They're no longer a prominent banker, and they've lost their identity. He said, but for me, I never identified myself as being anything other than a chassid, anything other than a Jew who serves God. I mean, I had a job, it happened to be that I had a profession, but that was never how I defined myself. I always defined myself as a servant of Hashem. And when you're a servant of Hashem, when your purpose in life and identity in life is that I'm here to connect to and to become close to and to partner with my Creator, my loving Creator, with Hashem at every moment, then it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, you still maintain that identity. It can be harder, it can be more challenging, the circumstances can change and add difficulty to that job and that responsibility, but that's still who I am. And I think we have to remember that. That's the way we're going to get through all of this, is to maintain our equilibrium and our understanding that Hashem has some plan, and everything that is going on right now is part of that plan. And our job is just to try to do our very best, to be close to Him, to do our very best to be His partner, and to identify ourselves as that way. Of course, we have jobs and professions. I'm a rabbi. Somebody else is a doctor, or someone else is an attorney, somebody else is whatever. But that's not who I am. Who I am is I am a servant of Hashem. And if I look at life that way and I maintain that awareness at all times, then I can get through any challenge, because nothing changes in who I am. Something to think about. All right, have a wonderful day, and I hope to become more consistent in the videos. Good to see everybody.